Okay, the question is, how do you handle writing stories that are based on true events and using a character who might or will be um, unflattering, or unflattering representation of that character and story? How do you deal with the character? How do you deal with a real life person? How do you deal with your own drama in that world after you've written the script and it says your dad's been a bad dad? That's basically it. So, um, one of the funny, and I've had versions of this, not quite that direct, but I've had versions of this happen where I've written about true life characters. People are so flattered to be represented in a movie that a lot of times they will just forgive. Now, that's not always going to be the case. In an extreme or a bad situation where somebody's really behaved egregiously, um, I suggest that you get out in front of it and say, by the way, I've written a script. Um, there's a character who is based on you, and you may not find it flattering. I feel like it's incumbent on me to send you the script and have you look at it so we can hash that out. Now, by the way, you should know up front, the person may call you and say, don't move forward with the screenplay. If it were me at that point, I'd say, too bad, too late, I'm moving on. But it's tricky. It's tricky, and people whose behavior is not perfect don't always know that their behavior isn't perfect. So it is a tricky piece of business. And that said, I wrote a film about a race car driver years ago, and I put in some warts and all. I had warts and all. And the studio made what I thought was a big mistake. They gave him first right of refusal on the script, which meant he got to read the script first and approve it or not. So I thought, this is a nightmare. He's going to read the script. And so the script was sent to him, and then I got a phone call that he was online. He'd read the script, and I was tied in knots. I thought, oh, this is going to be horrible. And his name is Richard Petty, great guy. And I said, Richard, hi. And he said, Johnny, call me Johnny. He said, I read the script. And I thought, oh, man, here it comes. He's going to want to cut everything. And I said, yeah, what'd you think? And he said, my daddy didn't run shine. And I said, I'm sorry, what was that? He said, my daddy didn't run shine. And the fact of the matter is his father was a moonshine runner and was a bootlegger, but he didn't want that in the script. And I said, oh, he didn't? I said, I thought that maybe you told me he did. No, daddy didn't run shine. So I said, oh, okay, got it. Anything else? He said, no, that's it. I love the script. So I thought, if we can get out of here with that one note, which doesn't really impact story at all, we're free and clear. I said, Richard, that's great. Thanks very much for calling. Got to go. Hung up. Called Disney, who owned the script, and said, we were saved. Richard wants me to take out the part about his father being a moonshine runner. And they said, is that in the movie? I said, yeah, it's in there somewhere. It's 2 lines. They said, okay, cut it. Let's go. So anyway, it's tricky. It can be demanding. I again suggest you get out front. You don't want that hypothetical, that bad daddy to go to the movies and sit in the theater and see himself revealed on the big screen without knowing it was coming. So just get out front and tell him, this is how you've been portrayed. Take your lumps. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye-bye.